Welcome to the video. This is going to be a DIY shiplap video. We haven't done a house video in a while, and today we're going to start working on a project. We actually did a shiplap wall in his old nursery in our old townhome, but we didn't buy the shiplap boards. We just did, was it plywood? We like hand did it with just wood and then hand measured out the spaces with like a quarter, and it was so hard. So we got the real good primed shiplap, and we're doing it in his playroom wall, on the fireplace and in the mudroom. But today we're gonna start in his playroom. We bought the materials at Lowe's, and Houston put on his tool belt for the project. So it's gonna be done by my husband, myself, my father-in-law, and then my husband's Uncle Jim, the one that helped with the backsplash. So here is what we have going on. Okay, so here's the wall we're starting with. It's 10.5 feet wide by like 9 feet tall. And this is in Houston's playroom. And it's gonna need to get painted and everything, so this will be like a lengthy project. And here is the materials. So obviously I said we had to get some 12-foot boards, and then there's 8-foot boards. There's the molding. And then there's also these pieces of wood for where we're doing the vertical shiplap, so that there's something more for it to be secured to, since we can't nail into the stuff. Okay, so I just set Houston down in the playroom, but I think we have all the materials we need. We have the shiplap, the trim, we have nails for the nail gun, and then you need a saw. So everybody in the family has those tools we need. So that's how we're able to do it ourselves. And then obviously we'll be painting the wall, and we're gonna paint it the same color as the trim. So I'm not sure when we're gonna be doing that, but I'm super excited for the project, and I think it's gonna make Houston's playroom so cute. And I was gonna do wallpaper on this wall, but it didn't end up working out. So I'm really excited to have this done, and I think that he's gonna love it and we're gonna love it, and it's just gonna look awesome. It's gonna be so fun seeing this whole thing transformed and come together, because it's July, so we've been in here for 7 months, and it's basically just been like a catch-all, like junk room, more or less. And now this little guy is really liking to come up here and play with all his toys, and I'm excited to make it a finished space for you. I'm excited to make it for you. Here's all the stuff that we cleared out of the playroom to make room for doing the project. But I'm gonna probably do a whole separate video on once his playroom's all done. Just doing like a whole tour of his playroom, because I spent a lot of time and worked on it and looking on Pinterest, and so I'll be really excited once that's finally done. I still want to do a video of his nursery, so I better do that, because pretty soon he's not even gonna be considered a baby after he turns 1. So one more thing to mention, so obviously we just moved in here, this is all brand new, so we decided to leave the baseboard and the cord around down there, and we're just gonna put a little trim piece on the bottom to preserve that, because in case we ever change our mind and want to take the shiplap off, it'll be really easy. And then we decided to do an 1.5 inch molding or trim around all, like both the sides, because it'll have rough edges. And then we decided to do it up on the ceiling as well. It's not focusing on the ceiling. On the ceiling, a lot of times it's not like perfectly, like your room isn't perfectly square or level, or however you say it. So the molding will just finish it all off, and it will look really clean. But we are doing shiplap on this whole wall right here in our half mudroom, and then we're gonna do a bench, cubbies, and hooks. And then we're gonna be doing shiplap on this wall with a huge, like rustic, rough barnwood beam. And the shiplap on this wall is gonna go vertical. Now they're finding the studs, and Houston's helping with his little mini level. Houston, hold your level. Are you helping Dad? So what is that, the dead center? No, that's where the stud is. Are you helping Dad find the studs and marking it so we know exactly where to put the nails in the shiplap? Okay, it's hard to see, but we got all the lines drawn out where the studs are. And same with this wall.
For the little nailer, so everybody knows the little nailer we on the bottom. Okay.
Well, he doesn't have.
You don't have it. Where's it?
So my job is to take care of Kitty and Husty and to make sure that Kitty doesn't go out the door, so I had to make a barricade.
What can happen is.
How's your breakfast? Did you have banana bread and strawberries?
Just wired up so you can see it like that. Right now I'm looking at it with I'm looking not at the blade, I'm sighting right down the blade.
So you use like
take a look. Take a look.
like this.
Yeah.
They're getting it very precise for our little trim piece down at the bottom. Right there. Is this fun? You like all the activity?
Bad end. Let's say, hey, why don't you guys help me? You look at them, if they have a bad end, put it towards the road. So you go through all.
Is it scary? That thing looks like you're shooting a gun.
It's wood, it happens a lot to them. Okay. So for your next one, that will be just fine. Keep that where you want.
So far, so good. Oh, so we went with the 7 1/4, I don't know, width or whatever. Yeah. Instead of they have 5 1/4, 7 1/4.
Show you that first row.
Yeah, and then they.
We have to figure out where the cuts are for the boxes.
Like right there for me. You know, if you go like this, you get shocked.
Yeah.
You touch those screws inside.
Well, what's weird is these. Look at that. Yeah, them are the clean ones.
You got you?
Oh,
Sure, you
Set it right on the base.
It's gonna fall off this.
Here's the trick.
Push it all the way to the. Oh, it don't matter.
We're cutting on the back is the trick you have to do.
Yep.
Because it doesn't matter if it splinters out because it's
Right.
covered by the outlet plate.
And we held it flush and made the marks for the 3 outlets.
On the back.
On the back.
Don't be a bonehead.
Don't-
do your front.
Now, just let it on the floor there.
It won't fit.
Okay, so let's back it
You
off.
gotta go
So
at an angle.
take your end out, man.
Measure from this and then measure
Yes,
from the top of
that's
this.
right. So we're gonna measure. You gotta measure from here, yes, the top.
Is that? Well, Jimmy,
Oh,
that
no.
sits on this. Yeah, the
So-
trick. This part sits.
You gotta measure from right. So we're gonna go 1/2 inch,
I see
And-
what's gonna happen here.
4 1/4.
And then
Here.
is gonna come from
Yep.
this side up. Why that side? Because
That's where it
this side's
sits.
sitting on that.
So you go 1/2 inch.
sure? Yeah. Because the tall side's on the block floor now, right by Jimmy's spinner.
Just so everyone knows, Jim's the master carpenter and the leader in the project, and Lance and
Okay.
Daniel are the.
So we want, hopefully they're all the same, but they could
Assistants.
vary a little bit.
Measure once, measure twice, check it your third time.
And like I was saying, foremen and laborers. Things are going good so far.
Because we got about a
We got this done in here, and then we have our tools and saw and boards being cut. I've only made one mistake. It turns out I could have gotten, instead of doing the 8-foot boards for the mudroom, I should have probably just gotten less 12-footers because we could have used one board for like one 12-foot board could have been enough for 2 instead of we had to use an 8-foot board, and it ended up being more wasteful, but we have all these scraps, so I'll probably end up using these for like a cool project down the road somehow.
Keep a little pressure on that. You got it?
See why you did that?
Give a little commentary of just like a quick brief.
That's your job.
Okay, well I don't know what
So
any of
that's
this
why we
means.
cut on the back,
You
'cause-
say it then.
So
Then I
see,
have-
you cut on the back so you can leave room for the blade, and then this is the front now.
Okay, and then it looks like they didn't
No,
cut
it-
all the way through.
Because it would have went. Otherwise, you'll have a really long
See,
line.
the sheetrock, you could just tear that out of it, but it's not.
See, only
Then you
a
just
true
use it
carpenter
like
would know how to
square
do
off or what.
it, right?
Could, but it's.
Probably. Look at this tool. Not everyone has this in their arsenal either.
That's why, Joss, you should let me go into the tool aisle.
Oh wow, it's in the middle of a full board? No wonder. Do you get that at a barber shop? Cool. The true test is measured
Oh, shoot, I gotta take
perfectly.
that out. I can even fix them.
Hopefully you get
Okay.
Is it perfect?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
That's why Jimmy's a pro.
Wow.
Now you just screw this on.
Wait.
I'll make sure we can see the screws. Yep. Yeah, let me see what it's.
Yeah, don't rush.
So you might have to get longer screws, you will for those, I think, but
What about? Oh, yeah,
that one might not.
That one's good.
Yep. All right.
Can you screw them right to that?
Yeah, you use the ears against the wood now. Tightens itself on there.
Yeah, but the screw ain't.
I mean, I think that's just an in a 12.
Okay, I'm using the little nail gun to do the bottom, but we're doing the big nail gun in the top. Here. Here.
Yeah, just about an inch or so.
Scary. There.
Yep. Don't need to be perfect.
And then we're just doing 3 aboard. There.
Yep.
There.
Yeah, but now I'll just double check.
Yeah.
We got a good rhythm going now. The crew, I'm the project manager, so I'm allowing a lunch break, but it's only gonna be like 15 minutes, so we're gonna have chips and sandwiches for all their hard work. And Houston woke up from his nap and he's on lunch break too. You still got your tool belt on, because the project's not over. Yeah, we're trying to get the layout down for the fireplace. Houston, are you playing with the shiplap?
That's what I thought when I first had that set up, but it's not that.
Okay, we're putting like 1x4s there so that we can drill or nail the vertical shiplap into something.
Or probably for.
And we're gonna have to figure out where we're, oh,
Or would you just pour the
Oh, he
bolts?
can't pull that.
I know.
Or would you just pour the bolts into the?
Oh, it's just.
Good news, bad news. Good news is the project's coming along. Bad news is because of the framing we're doing around, we have to take all the trim and the quarter round off. So it's kind of creating a little unanticipated work. Right, boys?
No, expected it, just didn't want to.
You got it?
Hold it. Okay, which one? Oh yeah, okay.
One in the
1,
mid-
2, 2.
Yeah.
So here and then just go. Push down
Push,
first.
yep.
Do I angle it?
He was doing it, so you turn the, yeah, like that, and down into, you're trying to aim for that corner a little bit. So angle it more towards me.
There.
No, other way. Yep, there you go.
Oh, I'm scared.
Yep.
So angle it more.
Yeah, now you know how. Oh, a little higher. You don't want to split out there.
There.
Yep,
How's that?
yep.
So if it goes in at an angle, it's fine?
That's what you want. That sucks it in.
Really? Scary. So this one's already done.
Yep.
Are we doing
Two on the big one.
two here?
Yep, skip them filler.
That's hard up here when you're going like up.
Yeah. Oh, and then use this to show you how.
One
Don't
here?
go lower than that thing.
One
Yep.
here?
Yep.
Right, flush?
Yep,
Oh,
flush,
Don't
fake.
get it on the ceiling.
No angle, just face. And then one more in the board next to it.
Oops. There?
Yep.
Kind of hard to not shoot it up. Oh, you're making sure the cord is straight for your Uncle Jim and Grandpa Lance? Are you getting everything ready for them?
Is that cool?
Good job.
Wow.
Good job.
Did you hear that hammer?
Okay, it's many hours later. Lance had to do 2 material runs. We needed some more 12-foot boards. We got this all done. They're putting the trim back on. And looks pretty amazing.
San Francisco's mayor issuing that.
For the video.
What do you say? Cheese? Oh, we're not talking. You.
Thanks for watching another episode of This Old House.
Until next time.
Okay, it's the next day and the guys kind of finished up the project last night at about 6 p.m. So they worked pretty much all day except for the lunch break. The 2 areas that we did in the beginning of the day kind of went really fast, but then the fireplace took a lot longer because we had to take off all the trim and then we had to put the other boards behind because we were going vertical. So I'm gonna show all of the areas as they are now. The woodwork is done, but now they need to be painted and I'm not sure when that's going to happen. And then the fireplace will have to put the mantle on, but I will just show what it is now and end this video, and then I'll do kind of another checkup once like we have it all painted and maybe once the mantle's on. So okay, here is a look at how the fireplace ended up. So we went with centering. The first board we did was in the dead middle and then we worked our way out, and then we did it all the way down to the floor and left it raw like that, and then we did the trim pieces around the edges and the top just like we did in the other room. So, and then we decided the mantle will be somewhere in that vicinity, and we have a big like 8 by 8 thick barnwood beam that will be going there. Okay, here's the mudroom area, or like half mudroom, so that's our garage door. So that is how that turned out. That looks awesome. And then lastly, here's Hustie's Playroom. So again, these boards are just primed. They need to be painted, obviously. And I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but we're gonna be painting them the same color as all of our trim and doors, so it'll be a white. So looks awesome. Thanks for watching this video, and thank you so much to our Uncle Jim and my father-in-law Lance and my husband Dano for doing all the work, and especially Jim for leading the project and bringing him and my father-in-law bringing all their tools so that we were able to do this. I'm excited to see how it will turn out and for all the memories to be created and just for it to feel more homey in here. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.